Hmm. Let's make a vlog today. So finally, welcome all of you to my another vlog, and it has been pretty intense classes and workload of 3-4 weeks now, I guess, and things have been very very difficult for me to cope up with. So first of all, I think I'll just try and share my experience so far because there is the reason why I couldn't really spend any time making a vlog or a video. Like there's a huge gap, and not being able to stick to my original plan. So I think one of the main reasons for that is the pretty intense course, and I'm basically taking 5 courses this semester. 3 of them being the compulsory courses, which I highlighted in the previous video, and 2 of the optional courses that I'm taking, that is differential geometry and general relativity. They are my optional courses this semester, and I mean, unfortunately, I haven't been able to give any time to both GR and DG, and I'm kind of lagging behind in both of those courses, so I still need to catch up. But I think one of the main reasons for lagging behind in these 2 courses is because I feel I don't really have a strong math background, and by which I mean, so the math that we're usually familiar with in our schools, like from 11th or 12th classes, given that I'm from the Indian education system. So we are usually just meant to calculate stuff and just deal with numbers all the time, be it concepts of differentiation, be it concepts of integration, be it concepts of calculating limits, be it anything, but we're usually dealing with like numerical problems. But actually, when you study math and when you encounter the most difficult subject, in my opinion, real analysis, you really get to know what math is all about and what's the underlying structure, on which all of the math is really built. So, and unless and until you have a good understanding of that basic structure, I feel it's difficult for anyone to sort of leave behind all the previous notions and start afresh with all the new mathematical terms and terminologies. Basically you deal with axioms, you deal with theorems, you deal with proofs, and yeah, that's essentially what math is all about. But at least it's straightforward. So once you memorize the definitions properly, once you are clear with what they mean, if you are able to construct examples, I feel one would feel a bit more comfortable solving math problems as we do in college or in higher studies. So yeah, and I feel in my previous university, although I did take up some math courses, primarily in real analysis, algebra 1, in which we basically studied group theory, like abstract group theory. Then I had taken up linear algebra, complex analysis, and I don't really remember which are. Oh yeah, dynamical systems. Um, yeah, I think these were the major math courses that I had taken up in my previous university, and real analysis being the toughest of all. And I think somewhere or the other, I feel the course was really useful for me in terms of making me aware of what math is all about, and making me aware of how do we really write mathematical proofs, and how do we really go about thinking to prove a theorem or not. And but somewhere on the other side of it, it sort of also, I guess, equipped me with some fear of dealing with problems and not being able to think promptly given a problem or theorem to prove. You are just confused, like how do I start the proof, or how do I go about it at all, right? And this is what I think has been bugging me for a long time right now. So I feel one of the major reasons I sort of lagged behind in differential geometry was because I am I had these previous notions in mind. I have those visualizations of concepts, as simple as what we call a vector. And when you're talking about vector on a manifold, it really has a totally different meaning attached to it. You need to know in what sense we are talking really about those terminologies. So I think one of the key things that you learn out of it is constantly being able to get rid of the previous notions of the subject, and fill yourself with like a new notion of the subject, which is more fundamental and which seems to be more general, but at the same time also broaden your perspective and look at the same thing with different viewpoints. So for example, when you're dealing with subjects of topology, you won't really be you won't really want to study calculus, for example, on those manifolds, but differential geometry is all about giving a structure to topology and topological spaces, so that you can talk about calculus, and then you can perform derivatives, and you can carry out integrations over those complicated looking surfaces and whatnot things. So I think that's been a struggle for me, like, throughout, and it's still a struggle, I would say, but at least I think now at least I feel I might be able to do some justice to the subject and start afresh and try my best again, trying to memorize the definitions properly, trying to understand what the subject is trying to say, and try out the problem sheets that are there. But yeah, so I think that was the major stigma that I've been facing in the past 2-3 weeks, where I also sort of had feelings where I started feeling, I probably am not in the right place, and it's a mistake, I've just came here by chance, and I'm not worthy of it. And all my classmates, they are super fluent and confident with those with that mathematical background. So I, in a sense, you could say I was sort of feeling like an imposter over there. So yeah, and these were the things I was kind of dealing with in the past 2-3 weeks. But now that I've like analyzed it deeply, I feel I feel I have figured out a way out of it, and I feel if I just give in my best, I mean, that's all I can do. Try out all the problem sheets, and if I get stuck, just consult the solutions, without thinking that, okay, I mean, I'm not able to do the solutions without looking at the solution sheet. But I mean, I feel that that's what I'm here for, right? And I need to equip myself with that methodology, and try to tune my brain in this to work in that direction as well. So that's the whole point of the course. And yeah, so this has been like the major setback for me for the past few weeks. Now, coming on to the part which I really enjoyed as well was going for a walk outside, and even for like everyday meditation for like half an hour or 45 minutes to a nearby center. And that has really helped me analyze my mistakes deeply, and constantly keep trying to improve myself. So that has been something that I've been practicing also for many years now. But it's just that you face those gear shifts in your personality, where you feel that, okay, this is something that my situations are wanting me to change in myself, and you treat them as an opportunity to change something or the other in you and become a better version of yourself. So that's one thing. Secondly, I never felt like that I'm not enjoying the content. So even though I was not able to try out the problems, even though I was not able to solve them properly, or at times when I used to just I was just like on the verge of falling asleep in the classes, I was also enjoying the content in all of my other courses as well. I mean, I never felt that I'm in the wrong place in those terms, that this content is quite heavy and I'm not really enjoying it. No, that was not the feeling with me, because I'm really enjoying the content, and it's almost like we are trying to look at, the same things, or I mean everything seems to be connected, but in a very beautiful manner, and you get to view the same concept, from say the unification point of view, where we're just dealing with Lagrangian and trying to look at the symmetries of the Lagrangian and calculating the S matrix and stuff. But then you have the QFT point of view, where you actually build these things, you give a structure to it, and you're trying to talk about relativistic quantum mechanics, and build your theories, look at what the Hamiltonian looks like, calculate the Lorentz invariant stuff, and play around with it. So which again requires you a good mathematical background, but yeah, I'm really enjoying that part as well. And the course that I'm enjoying the most, I would say, is particle symmetries. I think partly because I have developed a strange fascination with the subject of group theory, and how symmetries are embedded in group theories, and how we make use of those symmetry groups to describe phenomena in quantum physics. So that has been something that I'm really enjoying. One of the courses that I'm really liking, and I'm really enjoying all the classes, no matter what happens. But like, even though if I'm like sleeping the class just before that, but I'll be super awake while that class is going on. So it's been kind of a mixed ride for me for the past 2-3 weeks, and I feel now that I am sort of on good terms with myself. I think I can just pick up my strengths again and work on my weaknesses, and just give my best. Another thing that I would like to share was, I think, so Diwali came in between, Halloween came in between, and I mean, unfortunately, I couldn't get any glimpses of Halloween because I was just sitting at my room and just trying to figure out stuff, trying to think about a lot of things. So, but yeah, for Diwali, I actually tried making halwa, which you can see, and there was apparently a common gathering at my accommodation. It didn't really feel like I'm in London. I'm here to study or something. There was like DJ music, and people were going crazy. People were dancing around, and we had so many Indian dishes on the table. Either people ordered them or people made them on their own, and it really felt like you are not away from home. So it was a really good experience as per Diwali is concerned, and I don't think anything else or any other festival really came in between. So yeah, I think that was most of what I think I have been able to cover most of what I sort of left at the last video, and yeah, this is what I've been doing right now. So I hope I can give in my best again, pull my strengths, and be back with another vlog when I have like some good content again, because it's barely now a month in which my first trimester ends at the university, and I need to catch up a lot. I need to try out the problems, gain some confidence, be confident that I can do it. So these are the things that I'm trying to work on right now. So yeah, see you guys in the next one.